Alright, so the truth is that most lead magnets in the industry are complete trash. Most people spend like 10 to 30 minutes making a crappy video or a shitty PDF and they think it's enough. Spoiler alert, it's not. So in this video, I want to show you the new way of making lead magnets in 2024 that will increase your leads, calls, sales, and ultimately goodwill and authority status in your niche. And just so you know that I actually practice what I preach, here's the feedback I got after sending out my new lead magnet to just a couple of people out in the DMs before I even released it publicly, right? So damn, there's a lot, because I actually put a lot of work into this. People saying that, it's very whatever, I'm not good at English, but I appreciate that compliment. People are hanging up the frameworks on their walls, and people are saying that, I'm actually providing value which is fresh in the SMMA space, right? And that's what you're looking for. So at the very end of this video, I'll actually show you guys that lead magnet so that you can have a practical example. But in terms of the actual video, I've broken this up into 3 parts. Okay, and that is, what is my sort of definition of a lead magnet, so that you know what I mean when I'm talking about a lead magnet here, the old way of making lead magnets, and then the new way of making lead magnets, and then examples of use. Right? So first of all, what is my definition of a lead magnet? When I say lead magnet in this video, what I'm going to be talking about is the main piece of content that you have that is designed to open up touch points with new leads, right? And there are 2 key pieces of this definition, right? One is main, so that there's only one lead magnet, and then designed to open up touch points, which means that it's utilized at the forefront of your marketing, right? So in your outbound campaigns, in your ads, you can redirect your content to your lead magnet. And it's also the main asset that people go through that redirects them to all of your different content and really gets them bought into your brand, right? Which I'm going to show you in a second, right? So it's designed to establish immediate authority, and it's the entry point into your content matrix, right? So basically, this is basic framework of any funnel you're going to be running, okay? This is how I personally structure any funnel. It's how you want to structure a funnel, right? And it's basically, you have a value-based ad, right? Not asking, you're giving with an offer to send over that lead magnet, which is low friction. Then you have a content asset, which literally is that lead magnet, which builds trust, and it's the entrance into the content matrix. And the content matrix is literally just this, right? You want to have people watching your Instagram content, watching your YouTube content, consuming that lead magnet, and also getting redirected to SMS, to the opt-in VSL, to the Instagram DMs, to the private community we have, and then also getting spammed with emails. And then from there, you have some form of one-on-one engaging, right? Whether that's through DMs, whether that's through SMS, whether that's through a setter calling the opt-ins, whatever you want to do, ideally all of these, right? In a perfect world, then you redirect these people to a call, and then from the call, you get money. And the way that we're going to get this effect of, the lead magnet being the entry point into the content matrix is going to be with the new sort of philosophy behind how we structure the magnet, which I'm going to show you in a later portion of this video, right? But now that we actually know what a lead magnet is and what the goal of it is, let's analyze what's happening right now in the marketplace when it comes to lead magnets, okay? So the old way of making lead magnets, which is what's been happening a lot over the past couple of years, is that you've probably noticed that a lot of these lead magnets are very, very mid. And they just restate the creator's YouTube content or their Instagram reels, right? They provide no value. A lot of them are ChatGPT generated now, and people think that it's enough to actually provide sufficient, value to their audience, right? And you're probably sick of opting into someone's funnel just to get hit with an obvious pitch and absolutely no consideration for what you actually care about, right? It makes the prospect lose trust with you. It makes you seem less valuable than you are, right? Because the lead magnet is literally just a taste of the paid stuff that you have. And it takes any interest that the prospect had, and it just literally gets rid of all of that interest, right? But that's actually good news for us, right? Because that means that the bar is set super, super low for us to come in with actual good free stuff, actual good content, and literally take over the marketplace. So what is this new way of making lead magnets that I've been hyping up for this first portion of the video, okay? And how are we actually going to make people listen to us? How are we going to make them see us as the expert in our industry, right? That actually knows what he's doing. And how are we going to build more trust than anyone else with prospects and get them completely indoctrinated into your process, into your brand, into who you are, and then ultimately into buying your product, right? And the way we're going to do that is to completely flip the old philosophy on its head, right? We're going to take the current lead magnets, which are basic, not in depth. They're literally just sales letters, right? It's like an 8 to 10 minute video. I've even seen 4-minute long lead magnets, which is just kind of BS, right? It's obvious that it's not actually there to provide any value. It's just there to collect the information and then get the person on a call, hopefully. And they don't lead to anything, right? They're not connected with your other content. They don't trap the prospect in your content matrix. It's literally just an isolated portion that you have for the sake of having it. Okay, these lead magnets are going to be structured very carefully. They're actually going to get you results, and as I said, they're going to build way more goodwill in the marketplace. They're going to build way more reciprocity, but they're actually going to have their own place in your sales process, and they're not just going to be something random that you have for the sake of having it. Okay, So what we're going to do is we're going to turn them into super in-depth assets, right? We're going to provide genuine value to the marketplace, and they're going to act as a main hub with all of your other content that you want your prospect to check out. That's going to be plugged inside. Okay, so let me show you my lead magnet really quickly, right? So this is what I've been building. I've spent like 2 weeks building it. And as you can see, it is insanely long and insanely in depth, right? It is like, it's huge, right? As I said, right, it's super in depth. So basically, like you can see, this literally covers everything. I'm going to show you guys the agenda real quick. Boom. Like it literally covers everything you could ever need, right? And although you may think, okay, this doesn't seem like enough to actually cover all this material, you may be right, but that's where point 3 comes in, because it acts as a main hub with all of your other content plugged inside, right? So if we scroll to, I don't know, here, right? Boom, YouTube video, right? And this video covers what I couldn't fit inside of the document, right? And then if we keep scrolling, more value, obviously, more value, but guess what? Boom, video, boom. Literally examples of ads that redirect to actual ads, right? You keep scrolling, another video. And that is how we're actually going to get that effect of people entering your world when they consume the lead magnet, right? Because when you look at my Instagram page, right, what you have here is boom, steal our 50k per month protocol for free. Where'd you get redirected? To this opt-in page. Find out how? You put in your information, right? Guess what? I'm going to email you. I'm probably going to SMS you. I haven't set those automations up yet, but I'm going to. You get to see and consume my client results, right? And then guess what? After you opt in, you see this asset. You build immense trust with me. And then what happens is you also inevitably, right? Because guess what? After you check out my client results, you have our Instagrams plugged. After you literally just scroll through a little bit of the document, you have my YouTube plugged, right? So we're going to land absolutely everywhere. That is what the purpose of a lead magnet should be, right? Not just to collect information that you're never going to use or to, get somebody onto a call. It should be there to genuinely provide value, right? Because as I said in previous videos, with the way the marketplace is going, the more direct you are, the less money you're going to make ultimately, right? The more long-term you play, the more rewarded you will be, right? That is what I ultimately believe. And that is why this is my approach, right? I give everything away. I sell the implementation, but all of the most important insights that I get, I literally give away on YouTube for completely free, right? Because I know that that's going to give me the most bang for my buck long term. Now, you may be saying, here I wanted to type out that people won't consume your lead magnet if it's too long, right? And to that, I say that you're wrong. I think that they will actually consume it no matter how long it is, if it is good, right? Because like if you look at my lead magnet is proof of this, right? Like people went through this thing. A lot of people went through this thing, right? 50% true, right? And then this person actually came back to me and he said that I think he finished it. I don't know if it was him, but I had people saying like, damn, there's a lot, but I'll get back to you. And they actually get back to me because they see the value that is provided in that asset, right? And if you actually provide a lot of value, people will consume it, right? And guess what? The best part is that even if they don't, it doesn't really matter, okay? Because guess what? They're still on our YouTube, they're still on our Instagram, we still have their email, we still have their phone number. You've still shown your expertise. You still built more reciprocity than you ever could with just a 4-minute long VSL on your landing page. And you've still initiated a touch point and initiated more touch points through the actual distribution of this lead magnet, right? And guess what? Let's say that you send this lead magnet during a DM ads campaign, right? You're running DM ads, this is the asset that you send, right? If you just sent a 10-minute long VSL, the people might watch it, but guess what? They're not going to convert because they've seen that 10-minute VSL like millions of times, right? But you send this, even if they don't consume it straight away, they see the value that you're able to provide, and they've built automatically way more reciprocity, and they're way more likely to respond to you in the DM conversation that you're actually having, right? So the goal isn't even to get these people to consume it, right? Like obviously you want to make it as good as possible, which will help increase the chances that the people actually consume it. However, that's not the ultimate goal, right? The ultimate goal is to show that you're actually worth talking to, and these people will have a conversation with you after they see that you've provided value, right? So picture 2 scenarios, right? You DM someone for a free training from an ad, right? You get a shitty VSL as a lead magnet and you ghost the person, right? Because like, why wouldn't you ghost that person? Okay, unless you're extremely warm, unless you're ready to buy, you're going to ghost that person. But our goal isn't to just go after the 3% of the marketplace that's ready to buy. This is supposed to be a pyramid. Our goal is to actually capture more of the marketplace. Okay, maybe the 17% that's information gathering. Maybe even I can't remember how the graph was split up, but the thing was like, I don't know, 20, 40% of the people that are like searching for not searching for information, that are problemware, right? Or potentially open to exploring a solution. We want to capture as much of this as possible, right? And the way that we do that is not by being super salesy, but by actually giving free value, right? So imagine that you DM someone, same scenario, free training from an ad, right? And you get a 76-page document breaking down that person's life work, which provides genuine value and solves all of your problems for completely free, okay? You are more likely to actually consume the asset because it's not shitty, right? You're now in an active conversation with the author of the asset due to the reciprocity, authority, goodwill they have built up, and you actually start consuming all of that person's content on different platforms because one, they gave value, and two, because of the way that the asset is structured, right? While you still have that DM conversation going on with that person, right? So who's going to make more money short term? It's going to be person two, right? This person is still going to make more money short term, right? And then who's going to make more money long term? It's also going to be person two, right? So it's a win-win situation if you decide to take this route that I'm proposing in this video. All right, but that's going to be it for this video. I really appreciate you watching. I hope that you got value from me sort of just sharing my thoughts and where I'm going in this video. I hope that you can implement something from this, and I hope that it potentially change your thinking about lead magnets and just overall marketing, right? Because that is the overall goal. So I appreciate you watching. I'm going to blow up a video up here that you can watch to check out and get more insight into how we actually do stuff. But if you already know what we do, you want to see if we can potentially help you build all of this out, right, and help you scale on a done for you model, then book a call with me down below. I'm going to leave the link in the description and we can talk soon. If not, subscribe and keep consuming the content.